Isolation Nation, how are you? I feel like everything's looking up now in the country. It's been now 19 months of isolation, and people are calm, and everything is going great. I got a pair. Forget it.
It's
and this is the social distancing social club. Isn't that great? I'd like to now introduce you to a man who you've come to know from this show and others.
Why?
The quarantine has 3 legs.
4.
There's 4 of us. And one of those 4 is a man named, I'm kidding. Steve Hofstetter.
I'm already turning on my video. Hello, everybody.
Steve Hofstetter.
You know,
hello.
every time that I think that I'm like, oh man, you know, I should really shave, and you know, finally the hair's grown back from the shaved head, but at the same time, I'd like to trim it and get a little more even. And then I'm like, let's check in on Ben. And then I'm like, okay, I'm all right. I'm doing fine.
I think you're doing great. You're doing great.
I am doing just fine. By the way, I think Burger King paid you to wear that McDonald's shirt. You are looking rough, my friend. I hope you're going to be okay.
Well, let's just say I still have my blazing 1,000 megabits per second internet that's currently testing at 8 megabits. And so I'm on my phone again, and I'm crouching down into phone position.
I think it's all of the vintage ladies in your office are also on Wi-Fi, and it's slowing it down is the problem. All their little mini phones.
All the vintage ladies, now put your hands up, and I'm not trying to hold them up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have you back. We appreciate you sharing this time with us. If you want to tip the show, as always, you can do that. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com. We certainly prefer those 2 options, so that the money doesn't get taken away from us by YouTube, which you can still support on YouTube and Super Chat and Facebook stars and all that stuff. We finally figured out Facebook stars are worth anywhere from 1/10 of a penny to $4. It's somewhere in there. We're not sure what it is, but we've narrowed it down to an amount of money.
Much like Hollywood's stars are. Same value.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have you back. I'm here. I'm actually wearing my own merch because I can't sell any because there are no shows. But we're still happy to have you here. And I never thought this when I was in Australia in January and the country was burning down around me, that would be the most normal the world felt for the next 4 months. But ladies and gentlemen, happy to introduce.
On that note.
Oh, come on. You started looking like you started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have him. Another leg of the 3 to 4-legged Facebook star quarantine. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Wow. You know what, guys? Ben, my question is, the longer you stay in your house, the less it looks like you own a house. What is happening
Thank you.
with your whole demeanor? Like you're inside. Like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh.
Thank you
look
so
like a
much.
squirrel.
And thanks for being here on the show. Have we met? I'm Ben Gleib.
I'm not sure anymore, dude. I don't know. Maybe you're becoming your router. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Like
Ben, that makes
like literally he's like losing his mind. Like this is like right before, like you get a radioactive spider. This is like right before you become a supervillain, I think. I don't know what's about to happen, but like Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you mean, but people often ask of me, where does he get those wonderful toys?
Exactly. Well, hopefully we'll have a great show again today. Yesterday was a great show. It was positive light in the middle of this darkness, and that's kind of what we're trying to be today. So I'm excited you guys are here. I'm happy to be here. Rachel, how are you doing? Queen Rachel is here. Say hello to Queen Rachel. She has got her blazing internet speed. She is ready to go.
Hey, I just, I don't know if you guys saw that, but Randy Sklar's in the waiting room right now.
Randy Sklar's in the waiting room again? You guys didn't let him in yet?
I kept letting him into random Zoom meetings I was having last night. He was not happy. I'm like, here's the code. He's like, I want to hang out with your stupid friends. Get out of here.
I get it.
I do think that it's possible that Rachel stole Ben's internet connection. Like, because suddenly her picture's crystal clear, her internet's blazing fast, and Ben looks like he aspires to work at McDonald's. So.
It's this Queen Rachel that keeps foiling my internet. Who is she? I will find her, and I will wrap her up in a giant tortilla.
You'd have better luck finding her if you could Google anything, but unfortunately you can't.
I can't Google. I don't know what Google is. I've been asking my butler Jeeves for a long time to find things out. Yes.
We did have an overnight game, but I have to admit, guys, I don't know. The overnight game was Pokemon Comedian. I don't know anything about Pokemon. I don't know what the names are. That's just not part of my vernacular. I don't know.
Rachel.
I'm not in that lexicon. So Taylor, I had Taylor look at it. And Taylor,
before you do that, Bowers, Rachel, do you know Pokemon?
I don't know.
Can you read them then? Because that's going to be way more fun.
Yeah, does someone want to put in the chat?
I'm just fucking around. Taylor, you can.
Taylor, why don't you read us the ones you like, Taylor?
All right. Now the audience can hear me. This is weird. First of all, Jeremy Day had Gabriel Igglypuff that I really enjoyed.
Nice.
For Jigglypuff.
That one I get that one. I know Pokemon a little bit.
Okay. Beryl had Margaret Pikachu. That I really enjoyed.
That's the one I do know. Okay.
And then Lola had Stevie, as in Steve Hofstetter and Evie.
Oh, well, there you go.
That one. That was my name, and I didn't get that one. I didn't know, I didn't know there was an Evie. Also, Ben just shut his camera. I'm afraid of what's about to happen, but I think he collected them all. So
do you think he's shaving his head right now, and he's gonna come back on with a shaved head? How crazy was that? If he shaved his head right now. Like if he just took clippers and just shaved it, it would be the funniest thing in the history of comedy if he came back and said, I'm really trying to hope he does that. So basically, if we just all agree that if Ben shaved his head off camera right now, that'd be the funniest thing that ever happened. If he came on camera right now, he'd be in the Comedy Hall of Fame. I bet he'd be on the ballot in some states again if he shaved his head right now. That's how popular it would be. I think people would write him in enough that he would probably get some delegates.
I think they'd give a 5th season idiot test if he came back with a shaved head.
I don't know if it would get me any delegates, but it might get me some delegates. You know what I'm saying?
As someone who shaved his head earlier, I do not know what you're saying. Oh, look, and then he put a Ben wig on after he did it, which is amazing.
Good job.
All right, let's announce.
Let's announce today. Oh, there's the ladies. Okay, cool. All the vintage ladies. All the vintage ladies. All right. What's the game for today, Mr. Ben?
Are we bowling for vintage ladies?
It keeps setting up like bowling pins. Which
I'll
gosh,
use
do
my,
that.
That'll
be impressive. That'll be impressive. Do
it. Ready? All right.
Yep.
I only got 6 of them.
Not bad at all.
It's gonna be a tough spare to pick up.
The spare. Yeah.
Try
Here,
to pick
should
up
I do
the
with a
spare.
Smurf?
Try to pick
all
up
right.
the spare.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Oh!
Hey!
Well done.
The world's worst carnival game. Let's announce.
Zoom bowling was born. That's what just
Yes.
It'd be so great if someone was truly bad at that somehow.
Well done. Somehow this is still standing though.
Of course.
Just one simple pin. We have a game today, don't we?
We do have a game today. Our game is Butthole, a TV show. So let's explain how that works. So Rachel didn't know what the game was ahead of time. So here's the thing, Rachel.
It's gonna be a good one.
You're gonna have to.
I feel like I look underdressed and undercoiffed for this episode.
No, you dressed perfectly. I think so. The goal was let's have a very silly game that makes us all giggle and take our minds off what's going on right now. And so we decided to butthole a TV show. And so the way it works is pretty simple. You replace one of the words of any title of a TV show with the word butthole. Do not add a word. Do not subtract a word. Just replace one of the words with the word butthole. It's very similar to the penis game, but on the other side.
That would be subtracting a word, wouldn't it? That would be subtracting a word.
Replacing a word.
Replacing. Yeah, I mean,
what I mean is, like, you could do little butthole on the prairie, but you can't just do butthole on the prairie. You have to do the whole. See, I'm a stickler for these rules.
And you can't take away a word that doesn't get replaced by butthole, is what you meant to say.
Like you could say little house on the butthole also, which, by the way, is yeah.
Right.
You could also say butthole house on the prairie, which is a tourist destination.
Rachel, what do you got? Rachel's got one.
How I Met Your Mother's Butthole.
It's that's not the rule, but How I Met Your Butthole works for sure. And How I Buttholed Your Mother.
Yes. Like mine was a bosom buttholes or butthole buddies.
Yeah, those both were classic Tom Hanks television
shows. It could also be butthole I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. That also works. That absolutely works. So the way that you submit in this game, you can submit by commenting. Throw a comment in wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter or YouTube, wherever you're watching, throw a comment in. But if you Venmo, PayPal, or Super Chat with that, at least $5, you are entered to win our grand prize, which is a butthole. It is actually 12 comedy albums from our hosts and a future appearance right with us on our front row.
And let me just say, I wasn't in favor of doing the game this way. I've been wrong before, but I'm happy to say, even though I've never done butthole, I'm willing to experiment.
So, yeah. Which we appreciate Ben's openness to this game. You know,
I ran for president just a few months ago.
That is true. But Ben, we appreciate you being open as a partner and experimenting for us.
Thank you so much. I've decided, by the way, that I will also be announcing a female running mate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to introduce some folks.
Well, Rachel, we got anything coming in right now before I introduce the comics? Or
Yeah, we've got quite a few. Everybody is loving Taylor. Shelley said hearing Taylor's voice is like when they saw the Great and Powerful Oz. And then
just a heads up, you guys have heard Taylor before. You just didn't know it was him because he interrupted. Like we did. Oh, it's just for us?
They've never heard.
Oh, that makes it super weird that we've responded to you. We have responded to you.
We had to seem crazy this whole time.
Holy shit. The amount of times that we've just been like, hey, Taylor, don't butt in. And people have been like, we don't think that there's a Taylor.
Guys, I don't mean to up this moment in strangeness, but there is no Taylor.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
By the way, is Taylor Ben? Is that why he's always like to sound check? He is sound check. Holy shit! This is a whole
other
Fight Club.
And we're clear.
Oh my god! I've always been wondering why Ben makes so much handmade soap. It all fits in now. Sorry.
Sorry, Rachel, but your biggest clue should have been, if you guys know that I spend most of my weekends adjusting the size of men's pants. Explain it, Steve. Explain it to me.
I'm just ignoring it.
Because that's what a tailor does. Thank you.
Ben Gleib, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's been good seeing you, Ben. Hopefully tomorrow you got better internet. We hope you had
if you want to check in with us tomorrow, Ben Gleib, our McDonald's correspondent, checking in with us during the show. We appreciate. Always happy to have you here, buddy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'm loving it.
Rachel, what else you got coming in?
So Savannah Martin, we love Taylor, # Team Taylor. And then she said, don't talk about Taylor interrupting. We love him. We've got Justin Jinja, $15 for the show. Joseph Cruz, $100. And he said, I haven't been able to catch a live show since you were doing Queen Rachel's autobiography. And I was a little mean for trying to make her pronounce Indianapolitan. and I truly adore her. So this is for her. Thanks.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that is very, very nice. Also, that was the nicest roast anyone's ever had, so you don't need to apologize. But thank you. That was the roast of Queen Rachel, where everybody's like, "You suck because we love you so much, and don't take anything seriously. We love you." Like that was.
We're sorry, Steve's a dick, Rachel. That was your roast.
Yeah, pretty much. That was like if on the Comedy Central roast, if they just, roast the dais and then they just turn to the celebrity and they're like, "I'm happy to be here. Have a good night," and just leave. Like that's what that was. Which, by the way, if I ever get to do one of those roasts, that is what I'm going to do for sure.
All right.
By the way, we have a new sandwich at Mickey D's. I'm happy to introduce. It's called the McRachel. It's a bunch of generals wrapped up in a tortilla.
All right, Rachel, what else?
Last one I have, and then we should introduce the comics and stuff. Shout out to Ronald Werner for donating $25 to the show.
Awesome.
Thank you much,
Thanks,
Ronald. Much appreciated.
Thank you,
All right,
Ronald.
we got some
All right.
comics coming up.
We've got two amazing comics today. We have a returning comic we all love. Carmen Morales is here. Say hello, Carmen. How are you?
Hey, what's up, kids? I got my phone stolen at a protest. So I'm in a weird mood. What's up? How's it going?
All of us are doing better than that, except Ben, apparently. And we also have Frank Castillo is here. Frank, say hello. How are you, Frank?
Woo! Woo!
Hey, yo, what's up? Sorry, I'm still working this new phone that I got from this protest.
You motherfucker!
What up, Carmen? What's up?
Comic on comic crime. It's terrible.
Just a quick question, Carmen. What's your birthday and your mom's maiden name? You know what? I'll get that. We'll ask that stuff later. Good to be
You
here.
can't spell that, man. You can't spell that. You can't spell it.
Frank's protest sign says, "I'll hold your stuff." Okay.
Oh, it's true. These white women are gorgeous at these protests. That's why for the cause, but I'm also, going for my own cause.
By the way, those bitches are there for their own cause too. They're there to take pictures. Okay, they're not there. They're not there to help anybody but their own Instagram.
And I'm there to look at them because goddamn, white guys matter. Yeah.
I don't know if you've I don't know if anyone here has ever read the book The Strawberry Statement. But it was a book written by one of the protesters at the 1968 Columbia protests. And like one of the things they write about is that like the girl next to him at the sit-in was really hot. And he was like, did other protesters in history have these thoughts? Like were they throughout civil rights, have people just been sitting there been like, man, this cause is important, but also I'd really like to bang her. Like that was a hilarious question in the book.
Did you guys see the hillbilly dude that was like, he was like defending protesters and you're like, oh, I was just waiting for something racist to say. And then she was like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you want? What do you think they want out of it? And he's like, I don't know, but I want some pussy out of this.
That'd solve it for me. It's some good pussy.
I was like, I can't be mad at him. He ain't wrong. I believe it.
I've seen all the women at the not all, but there's some that are like still have the half shirts on and the heels. I'm like, you ever played paintball? Rubber bullets hurt. Like, cover yourself up. What are you doing? I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah. And by the way, Bowers, no, they have never played paintball. They have absolutely never played paintball.
They don't think those guns have They don't think those guns have bullets in them. They think this is all a bit.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not gonna get shot.
They think it's just a photo shoot.
Yeah,
the only
they are
change
literally.
They really want is to change the filter they have on the photos that they're posting.
Guys, I'm so sorry that I'm late. I just came back from a protest. There was a really good-looking dude named Frank, very excited about his new phone. Got his number. Which is
small
apparently
our community is. We're all connected. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, Ben Gleib looks like Jason Mraz. I love it. Like he's gonna tell us all about avocado toast and shit. I love it.
But to a dope melody, dude. A dope simplistic melody.
I love Jason Mraz, so I'm not gonna pretend like I
well, speaking of avocado toast, did you see the one woman who faked him? I don't know if you saw that video going around.
Oh yeah.
But there was someone who, by the way, is a reporter at a conservative magazine that constantly decries fake news. Mm-hmm. And she like stopped for the protest. Like there was a construction worker helping rebuild something, and she borrowed his drill, held it up like as if she was drilling. And then as soon as it was over, she goes, "Oh, thank you." Takes her mask off to talk to him, puts the mask back on, and then and gets in her car while someone else sees it and yells at them, "BLM." So that was pretty fucking gross. Some of that shit's going on out there.
I love it. Oh God.
Yeah, there are throughout history there have always been assholes.
I love it.
Nothing
That's
new.
it. That's
No. I mean, like, there's the part of me that's like, obviously, like, you know, the culture and like, you know, protesting, all that's very important. Like, I'm always about the cause. But when I see people do shit like that, there's like the comic in me that's like, oh my God, that person's the fucking worst. And like, I just laugh at it. And it's, I don't know why, but like, I love seeing like shit like that. Like, it's the absolute worst thing you do, but I fully enjoy it as a comedian, just watching.
One of the things that I've always said is because, you know, people will ask that question of like, oh, you know, what makes someone a comedian? And what I say is it's the ability to see the details that shouldn't be there. You know, like when most people watch, when most people watch, and the example I always gave was that like most people will watch footage of some sort of protest, and half the people watching in the room will be like, well, I agree with this protest and good for them. And the other half will be like, well, I don't agree with that protest. But then the remainder numbers, the one comic watching, be like, that motherfucker eating a sandwich right now? Is that guy sandwich?
Yeah. Like the clip of the girl in San Francisco walking with just the cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I was just
so
like,
much joy to my heart. Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, absolutely. Is Jason Mraz playing a drill bit?
Do I don't know why you want me to that?
He's writing his protest song.
Ben, that's a good bit.
There's no way that drill is charged. There's no way that drill has a charge.
It just stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
That's never happened to me before.
It's you know what, Ben? It happens to all of us. Don't worry, it's okay. All right, let's introduce the front row. We haven't introduced the front row, and then we're gonna get to a comic. We're already having a great time. We appreciate you all joining us. The front row, of course, the lifeblood of the show, as always. Tam Brown, Dina McDonald, Jessica Kibble, Joe Payne. Thank you very much. I realize I don't know how to pronounce Jessica's last name, even though we've had her a whole bunch. Wait, why does Tam have a thing that says no bees?
Remember yesterday?
Right. She has no bees. Oh, sorry. I thought those were wasps, which is what we were making fun of at the protest just now. So
there were murder hornets at the protest too. They're called police officers.
Yeah,
that's
nice. Especially in
funny because it's true.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. With that, should we do our first stand-up set?
Rachel, got anything to catch up on before I get to?
Yes. I can't with all these buttholes. There's gonna be.
That should be one of the titles. I can't with all these buttholes.
Sounds like me in college.
Your background looks like my underwear.
Oh no!
I'll never look at this blanket
That's
again.
not gross. Frank is just saying he wears tortillas as a diaper. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Not gross.
Yeah.
It's just inventive. Okay. Look,
My
the world ran out of
culture
toilet
is
paper
your
a while
drapes.
back.
All right.
All tortillas matter.
I'm gonna give a shout out to John Dugan. Had tipped 25 Canadian to the show and said the mods are being badass motherfuckers today. Just wanted to send thanks for them doing fantastic work.
Oh, nice. Are there assholes in the chat?
There was some assholes and a lot of buttholes. YouTube blocks buttholes, so we have to.
B-hole, maybe.
B-hole.
Yeah.
Just put a space between them, right?
Put a space.
Put a space between them.
Why?
A space between.
Like a space like this big, like a taint between taint and butthole space, like a space.
That's what the song "A Space Between" was actually originally about.
The space between.
If you guys want to just when you submit to the contest, if you could just put a taint in the word, we would appreciate that.
Asterisk hole also works. You put an asterisk and then hole. That also works for butthole because it looks like
love.
You know.
Then it looks like
Oh, that song takes on new meaning now. I want to
between but
get away.
The thing you can't be denying anymore.
All right. Sorry, Rachel, did we catch up?
No, we're good.
All right,
Okay,
cool. All right, we're going to bring our first comic up. She is amazing, even without a phone. She's a returning champion. She's a regular at the Comedy Store. Give her Carmen Morales, everyone of our good friends.
Hello. So lovely to be here. Thank you. I would like to first, because I know there's people watching that don't know, this is not a fucking curtain. It is not a shower curtain, okay? It is a duvet cover that I paid full price at an IKEA for. And the reason everybody always gives me shit for it, and the reason it's here is because I have a creepy ass fucking Russian bitch. I already got it wedged in. There's a Russian nesting doll behind it, and it scares people. So I have a fucking curtain on to protect your interest. All right. So just get off of me in the comments about my fucking curtain. It's not a shower curtain. All right. I've just had to do too many of these shows, and I get too many comments about this shit. So I'm addressing the room. That's all that's happening. It's very exciting to be here. I have a bunch of friends who are still like cooped up with their families, and they're bitching about it. And to them I say, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't have anybody to fight with over here. I'm like arguing with stuffed animals and shit, and I'm losing some of these arguments, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not winning all of them, you know, like, because sometimes I have to be self-reflective. I have no other option but to. It's just like, okay, well, I get it. Maybe I shouldn't always pick whatever we watch on television, but all you do is stare at me passive-aggressively with those dead-ass eyes. So maybe give me a little fucking input. Maybe then I can contribute something. We can have a conversation, and now Carmen doesn't look like a psycho, okay, Teddy? Could you fucking give me something? Don't look at me like that, Mr. Rick and Morty bullshit. Look, I know you're a nihilist fucking drunk, but you don't have to project that shit onto me, all right? Anyways, I'm handling this pretty well, I think, considering everything right now. But I am. Is anybody else slowly descending into alcoholism? I'm giving it a shot. I think it's kind of fun, you know. And if anybody watching/listening needs to be enabled, pro tip, make pasta for breakfast. Now you have red one with it. You're not a lush. You're European. You know what I mean? Get cultured with it. Throw a French baguette in there. Get it. Yes. So fun. I did go to a grocery store recently because I'm a hero. And I was there, and I was at a Trader Joe's. And if you don't have that where you live, all it is a cheap but also somehow still pretentious grocery store. It's like, we have dried mangoes, but they're only $2.99. It's a very confusing place, but it's the closest thing to me. So I was there, and I was waiting in line, and there was this tiny little old lady that was trying to cut in line, and she looked like the old guy from, like, a female version of the old guy from Up. You know what I mean? She had like a big bulbous but still somehow adorable nose. You know, it was like ethnically ambiguous. Like it wasn't Jewish, it wasn't Italian, but it was something. You know what I mean? You couldn't tell what it was. And she was so cute. She was trying to cut in line, and the clerk was kind of giving her, she was kind of cock blocking her access, right? She was like, no, we have the old people come in the morning. That's when you come. And so then she was like, well, I came in the morning, there was a lot of people, so I just got nervous and I left. So is there any way I could go now? Because there's less people. And then the lady looks at me and she goes, it's up to her. And I'm like, why is it up to me? I'm here to buy mixers for my day vodka. I'm here to drop $17 on juice. You know what I mean? And you're putting this old bitch's life in my hands? Why is this even a thing? That shouldn't be happening. And so then the little old lady looks at me with like big saucer eyes. You know, she has like the cute, you know, like magnifying glasses for both glasses. You know what I mean? Where you could see into the bitch's soul. That's how magnified they were. So her eyes were huge, and she was like, so would you mind, please? Would you terribly mind? And I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Why would I give a shit? And then the part that made me mad is that she doubled down on worrying about it. She was like, well, there's a long line of people. I don't want those people to get mad. I don't want them to be upset with you. And I said, I don't give a fuck if they're mad at me, okay? I got allergies. I sneeze once. These motherfuckers are going to go scatter. You don't worry about it, old bitch. I got you. You go in there. You get your fucking Werther's Originals or whatever you old people eat. And she did die that day, but she died making me a hero, which I appreciated. You know, I really now. That was one of the good ones. I liked it. It was very lovely. There are a lot of people complaining about how, because of our current situation, that it's like hard to date. Have you guys heard about the difficulties of dating in quarantine? Have you guys heard? Dude, just fucking masturbate. Why is everybody so concerned? You can't take 3 months off and get dick. Dude, I've masturbated so much. My second finger is the same as my first finger. I have worn this motherfucker down. You know how hard it is to date. Get the fuck out of here. I think that people are being I do think that people are being like way more like niche about how they hit on you, because I still get like blown up in my DMs, but now people are like, they're like, ooh, I really love your eyebrows. I'm like, my eyebrows? You can't fuck my eyebrows, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how Frida Kahlo are these bitches going that they can't tweeze their own eyebrows? Dude, just shave the middle. Like, why is this? I just didn't know, like, why is that the big thing that you're going for? You can be like, ooh, I love those caterpillars you got on your face. Like, it's just so, it's a strange thing. And it's been 4 completely different dudes that have been hitting on me about it. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, it's just a very strange thing. But I actually, this is actually a dope time for me as far as dudes go, because I think everybody just needs to find something that they're into, you know, because everybody's into something. Everybody's got their category these days. Like, some people like feet, some people like to dress up like chickens and fuck. Everybody's got their thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm crushing it right now because I know what I'm into. I'm into sad dudes, and boy, is all of them sad. They're all sad right now. I am just put them all in the bucket. You know what I mean? Like, I am crushing it with the sad dudes. Like, you guys don't hang outside of AA meetings. Like, you look like you got no place to go but down, baby. What's up? I just want to be the rock to your rock bottom. I just want to That's why I love, that's one of my favorite things about living in Los Angeles, is it is chock full of sad dudes. You just walk into a coffee shop like, what's up, baby? And oh, no, you're not a barista. No, you're not. You're a screenwriter. Yes, you are. What did you stop having potential 43? No, you got it, baby. You could stoop to it. Come cry on these soft titties. Like, it's so ridiculous. And what's weird is they like me back too, and I don't know why. I think it's because my milkshake bring the sad boys to the yard, and they're like, I just can't do this today. I just can't do it. Netflix for 4 days straight, not shower. Ooh, yeah, you are. Axel Dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's, that's my favorite line of that, because the only people who laugh at it are women who have scissored a grown man, because it makes their dick not work. It has been difficult communicating with people at some of these protests and shit like that, because it's like, if you get lost, it's like, where are you at? By the Black Lives Matter sign. Okay, well, which one? Right next to the all cops are bastards sign. Okay, well, which one? Right next to the, like, it's just like, bitch, I ain't gonna find you. I'll see you at the end when I'm looking for the cops. Like, I can't. It's hard to link up with people during this time. You know what I mean? I have... If I'm very assertive, gentlemen, don't feel weird. A lot of guys get intimidated by it. It's just because I have high testosterone. That's all it is. A lot of times when I get around dudes and I like just am a little bit overbearing sometimes, like they get a little, you know, and I get it. And I think it's because inside they're a little bit confused. Like, they're like, oh, she could provide for me. You know what I mean? And I just give up because I have a polycystic ovarian syndrome. Don't fall asleep. It's very boring stuff. But all it means is that my body makes too much estrogen and then compensates with testosterone. Like, I'm such a chick. I'm a fucking dude. I am peeing on gender right now, bro. It's intense. And there's a lot of internal struggling, a lot of arguing and shit. And sometimes I think because it's almost like my body decided to transition and didn't tell me about it. You know what I mean? I'm just like idling just right at 25% guy, which is just enough to give you some sweet sideburns and no boyfriend. Because I don't know if you guys know this, straight guys don't like banging other guys. And that's kind of the vibe I give off. You know what I mean? So I'm just going about it the wrong way. You know what I mean? I think I'm too assertive. Like, I thought I was supposed to nut check you until you fell in love with me. That's what I thought I was supposed to do. Just bullying the love of my life, just noogieing my way in your heart, like, when are you gonna marry me, you fucking nerd? You know, like, Guys like it when you're nice to them and shit, fucking pussies. I had no idea. Why don't you let a bitch know? Why don't you let a bitch know? And sometimes I do think that my 25% masculinity might be toxic, just because sometimes I'd be relating to some of the shit these dudes be bitching about. You know what I mean? Like, I too have a problem with vulnerability. I was dating this dude that I like, and I was in a group of comedians, and we were saying goodbye, and he was like, all right, babe, I love you. And I hung up on him because you're not going to make me look like a bitch in front of my boys. Get the fuck out of here, all right? Like, you know I love you. I don't got to say it and embarrass myself. Get the fuck out of here, you know? And I don't ask for directions. That's something that I just don't do. Like, you know what I mean? If I get lost, like, I drive around Los Angeles without a GPS because I'm not as lonely as the rest of you. I know where I'm going. You know what I mean? And if I don't, I'm not lost. I'm on a fucking adventure, all right? This bitch goes on an adventure. Looking by the stars, motherfucker. That's all. How much time do I have? I'm so sorry. I didn't start my timer. I don't want to go over.
You're good. One more, man.
Okay, wait, one more. That's solid. A lot of people don't know where I get my confidence from. They're like, how does this fat bitch do it, right? And I'm like, easy, Dad. It's my birthday. Calm it down, right? And if you don't know, I'll tell you. I am one of 7 women that don't have HPV. That's what it is. You know what I mean? You know, people got big dick energy. I got clean pussy confidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm just walking around knowing what I'm slinging. That's it. That's all it is. You know? It sucks because I got AIDS. That's a bummer, but that's different. You know what I mean? Immune system thing. Like, my immune system's dirty. My pussy's very clean. It's very, very, very clean. This is my favorite job I've ever had. Even this, like, so many people have bitched about this platform, and it's like, I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? It is nice to be able to hear people like you guys have laughers. That's like a huge game changer for me. Like, I love that sound. That's the only thing that fills the hole in my heart that my parents' love left. You know what I mean? Like, it's the only thing that makes up for all of that. And so hearing that laughter is such a big, and I have to like train so many people who are watching this. Like, I have to remind them, like, hey, this is not a series of YouTube videos you're staring at. This isn't a conspiracy theory rabbit hole you're going down. I'm right fucking here. I'm right here. Okay. I can't hear how much fun you're having in your head. You got to project that shit out loud, because there's a common misconception when people watch stand-up that they think this shit is just for them. No. Fuck you. This is for me too. Okay. You guys have to make up for the fact that my dad stopped hugging me when I got tits. All right. It's a big hole filling it with dicks. So I need you guys to laugh out loud so Mama Bear don't get so sad. Can you do that? Can you fucking do that? But it is, dude. It's my favorite job I've ever had. Like, and it's not a bad gig either. You make about like $200 an hour. I worked about 8 hours last year, so it's a give and take. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of swings. But I do appreciate the time. I do appreciate you guys having me. Thank you very much.
One more time.
More time for Carmen Morales, everybody. Carmen Morales, we're happy to have you here. Now, Carmen,
I believe you. Jesus Christ. Don't get too enthusiastic, Steve. Fuck.
No, I just wanted you to notice my background, but you're looking down. Carmen trying to get stuck between a rock bottom and a hard place. If you can, make sure to tip her so she can get a new finger.
Give me a phone.
You can't even use the phone without your finger. It was pointless to begin with. If you want to tip, obviously the tip jar is open. You could tip the top right corner of the screen. You could Venmo, you could PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or you could super chat on YouTube. Ben, what are you writing?
As you know, I always fact check for inaccuracies in people's acts. Very funny set, Carmen, but you did say you can't fuck the eyebrows, so it's -1 point on that.
You can still fuck, but you can't fuck the actual eyebrows. You can come on them, but that's not fucking them. That's very different.
You've never
you can. You just have to do one. You just got to do one at a time. Anyway, it's -1 point.
I can't believe I got a demerit because nobody's fucking my forehead right now. That's insane.
Just 1 point.
Not your forehead. Don't be gross. Not your forehead. It's your eyebrows he's into.
Oh, excuse me.
Get it right.
Right.
He's not a freak, Carmen. He's not a freak.
He's
He's just into eyebrows. Okay, it's a very specific kink.
That's right.
The forehead's where you put your
I just imagine a guy like laying in bed with me while I'm sleeping, and he's just petting my eyes like while I'm sleeping. Like, yeah. This is so nice. You know what I mean? Like how guys are so ashamed of like liking feet or whatever, even though it's like one of the most common fetishes, they still get so weird about it. That it's like it just like for somebody to be into your eyebrows, like it was just so nuts to me. Like who does that?
I had a girl once tell me, she said, "You're very attractive." And I go, "Thanks. I don't hear that." And she goes, "I love your voice." I'm like, "Oh, God damn it. That's not the same." That doesn't count at all.
She's like, I picture it coming out of a hotter guy.
You like that? I mean, I like the noise. The rest of it, no, not at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, Bowers, you've done enough. I'm sure you've done enough gigs on the road where like you go in for radio. And like because my favorite thing about going in for local radio is when like you're in the lobby or whatever, they're playing the station and some guys is talking like this, real velvety smooth. And you walk in and he's just this like 72-year-old chain smoker. You're just like, what the fuck is this?
I also
or he just looks like Bowers and you're like, that sound came out of you? What the fuck?
I also love Steve's impression of velvety smooth. Real velvety smooth. It's the morning, and we're here. No velvety smooth. How a velvety smooth sounds like.
Do you also think German is a very romantic language?
Steve, I think it's nice that you think that MC is going to do the radio in the morning. That's very cool of you to fucking think that.
Yeah, bro.
No, Bowers. I meant when you're driving.
Dog.
Bowers. I meant when you're driving the comedian.
Oh
to
yes,
the radio.
yes. My bad. When I'm driving the headliner to radio, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah, where you have to wait in the lobby and then you're here in the lobby.
But I never see the guy with the voice. I just assume he's a young hot dude. I don't get to go in there and see that he's a 72-year-old man.
In fairness to Bowers, he has sometimes made great appearances on the radio when at the end of the interview with the headliner, they go, "What's the club's phone number again?" He pops in for great cameos. I also like to picture the girl at the bar that was attracted to Bowers' voice. He goes, "Well, can I get your number?" And she's like, "Sure, as long as it just stays with the phone calls."
Phone sex
He's
only,
like, "You want to
please."
FaceTime sometime?" And she's like, "FaceTime audio. We can do FaceTime audio."
Instead of OnlyFans, he has only calls. That's all it is. That's it.
And she wears AirPods while I fuck her, while she fucks a hotter dude. I'm just like, okay.
I think I've seen that video.
I'm not saying Bowers
That's
isn't
very
attractive.
interesting.
I find him very attractive, but it's not a coincidence. Our most popular episode was when it was his voice speaking behind a hot dog.
Ken likes me. Ken's into this. I get it.
Yeah.
What up?
I'm just gonna have.
Wow.
I'm gonna only
Slow down, you guys. Slow down. I can barely contain myself.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. You can get jerked off with those.
Ben's gonna, Carmen, you're gonna get us demonetized.
Brow job, baby. That brow job going. Like that?
We have some tips.
Like that?
Yes. All
Yes,
right.
please
Speaking,
tell me so
speaking
that I
of
can
fucking
pay Frank
eyebrows,
for my
we have
phone.
some
Yeah,
tips.
get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
So Joseph Cruz, $20.
Wait, who
Carmen.
did? Who did? Your mic cut out. Who was it?
Well, that's because I was this close to my camera.
Yeah.
Joseph Cruz, $20 for Carmen because she's got them sexy eyebrows.
Nice.
Y'all,
Me at the Funny
y'all are
Carmen.
y'all are about to give me a brow erection over here.
Yeah, just whatever, guys. Just tip me so then I can pay for my phone to Frank. I can pay the money to Frank.
Carmen, I love.
Cut me a deal, baby. Cut me a deal.
I love that joke that you just. I keep thinking about when you're talking about. You're like such a dude. You're such a chick. You're a dude.
Yeah.
That shit fucking killed it. Because I could just imagine you having sex with a guy and you're like, yeah, bro, fuck that pussy. Just go for the high
High
five.
five me, dude. Fucking
Yeah,
high
you
five me,
bet.
dude. You're fucking in that shit, dude. You are crushing this puss, dude.
I don't know where the clit is either, bro. I don't know where the clit is either. You're good. Whatever.
You ain't even I'm one who gives a shit. We're just making this shit work, dude. Hell yeah.
Just two dudes hanging out.
Just gave me a tag. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome. That's all.
I mean, I don't mean to point out the obvious here, but bro is just one letter away from brow.
Oh.
I'm gonna start doing all my shows like this. You know what I mean?
Rachel, what do we got?
All right, we've got Elizabeth.
This is like cleavage, like brow cleavage. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to do a browlesque show right here. Browlesque work.
Guys, stop with the filth. We're trying to keep this highbrow. Rachel,
highbrow cleavage going on there.
I love when a girl wears highbrows.
Yo, did you see her brow clit, dog?
I'm gonna wear this around Ben all the time now. My brow bra. I'm gonna put my brow bra on.
You look like you play fucking saxophone for Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
All right.
The worst part about that is that like it cut to you and you were wearing that and like I didn't even notice it at first. I didn't even see that anything was different.
Because my eyes are down here and you're a respectful person. I get that. That was for Ben, not you.
Well, it also faded into your funeral parlor ensemble that you have going on.
I've tapped it down because things are a little bad. You know?
Yeah. How hot is the slogan for UPS? What can brow do for you?
All right, Rachel, what do we got? We're gonna be here till fucking Monday. What do we got?
We have Elizabeth Ann, $5 for Carmen to buy a sad boy a coffee.
Nice.
Oh, I will too.
We have Dana, $10. Carmen, you can't hear me laughing, so I'll have to just throw money at you.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Shower me.
We have Razor, $5. Carmen, seeing your fingers, you seem like you need new batteries.
I'm old school, man. I'm old school. All right. I'm gonna be like, keep it from the earth. I'm not trying to make more plastic waste. So you know.
Savannah Martin.
I don't know how hard you're going, Carmen, but they are reusable.
Now when I'm done with them, am I right, guys? Come on.
She wore down a human finger.
I don't deserve to be happy. It's gotta hurt. I gotta know what I did. I know what I did.
Oh.
You gotta pet it so it can feel it.
I want to feel it in my eyebrows, guys.
I just love to get high and do a little brow stuff. I call it hash browning. You know what I mean?
Carmen's clit looks like the all those ash statues that survived after Pompeii.
Oh.
So cute that you think they're still standing. Like a Greek statue. There's some rubble there that was remnants of a thing that once was.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Savannah Martin, $9.87 for Carmen. I'm an advocate for fist bumps at the end of dates. I don't need to look weak and vulnerable.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Another top in the audience. Fuck yeah, I like it.
We've got Tam in our live audience, $5. Carmen, just for some brow knee points.
Oh,
Nice.
Brownie points. I love it.
Dave Adler, $5. He's working and he can't keep up with the show, but he tipped both comics $5 each. Thanks,
oh
Dave.
nice.
Thank you, Dave.
Ronald, $10 for Carmen to get your Russian doll a funny hat. Maybe one with a spinner on top.
Dude, it's fucking creepy. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. You guys don't think, like, I've scared so many people not having it. Look how weird that is. It's creepy.
What's really crazy, Carmen, is this is the second day in a row with a Russian nesting doll on the show. Randy Sklar had one yesterday of his whole family, including his dog, was the bottom one. And then Ben has one right now he's about to show you, I'm sure, because he also has a Russian nesting doll.
I don't know what you're talking about. The
Ben actually has, what's weird, Ben actually has another drill inside of that other drill.
It also doesn't work either. It also doesn't work.
I'm not going to show it to you, though, on command because I'm not a clown. You know what I mean? I have dignity.
How now, brow clown?
Brow. All right. We have Craig Coyle, $5 for Carmen's eyebrows. Matthew Plummer, $5. Carmen, holy shit, that was hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
We've got Jess in our live audience, $25. I'm really sorry that you can't see us cracking up, Carmen.
Oh, her dick got cocks on her mask. That woman loves dicks as much as I do. I know because the guy sitting behind her is all red. Look at him all red in the face. He's like, yeah, she does like my dick.
Are you kidding me? That's my friend Charles. He's actually getting this. He's taking this home. It's much more relevant for him.
You like dick too? Well, high five, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Brother that's down for
We're
the
laughing
cause.
about
Fuck
dick
yeah.
vaginas, and you know, we were laughing. It's just somebody started power washing the side of their house.
Oh.
By the way, I don't know. I do not know.
I'm glad because it got a little raunchy, and I don't know what my neighbors must be thinking right now.
Jessica, I don't know what power washing the side of his house is a euphemism for, but it sounds dirty.
Who knew you could make a cleanup dirty too? You could be cleanup and dirty. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Want to power wash the side of my house?
I got something you can power wash, little boy.
I can't even keep it on. You guys are making me laugh too hard.
All right, we have two more. So Jess had sent the show $10 and said, "Here's $10 for my front row guests." So thank you, Jess.
Nice.
And Courtney, 8 Aussie tip for the show and just said she loves this.
Yay.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Are we caught up? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get to our next comic then. This is perfect timing. We're only 5 minutes late. I love it.
You mind just quickly, can I introduce you to introduce our next comic?
I mind.
Is that okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please
actually, Ben, if you can introduce Steve, and then Steve introduces me, and then I introduce the next comic. That's how this works. So if you want to do it that way.
That will fuck up my joke, but sure.
Actually, Ben, I have a way to fix your joke. Introduce me, and then I'll fix it.
No, I've got a really, really big tip that just came in.
Oh, big tip. Okay.
Holy shit. This, I think, is like the largest tip we've ever had in a show. And Dana Z Bunster for the show tipped $1,000. Said for the Martin Grant in memory of George Floyd. Oh, I'm not going to pronounce these names. This is not great. But I think Steve wants to save this for the end. Well, sorry, I ruined that then.
Ben, you want to introduce me real quick, and I can fix the joke?
Steve Hofstetter,
by the way, in Rachel's defense, if you want to save something to the end, it should say, save this till the end, and then say the thing. You can't put that there because we all know Rachel doesn't read ahead. That's why it's funny, because she reads it in the moment. I'm not making fun of her. I'm saying, like, that's better for the show, because that's what leads to her messing stuff up.
Yeah, that's what our big donors want, to be lectured right after the huge donation. Thank you so much for that.
Wait,
solid point.
I wasn't paying attention. What happened?
We'll read it again at the end of the show anyway. If we gave Rachel a note and the note said, all you have to do to save the world is not read this out loud, she'd be like, all you have to do to save the world is not read that. Oh no. Like
Buns, thank you so much, though, for your
Thank you, seriously. Yes, thank you, Buns.
Yeah,
that was amazing, guys. Can we give her a round of applause now?
Yeah,
we can do it again later.
And we are going to talk about it at the end of the show. I know, Ben, you want to introduce Bowers to introduce Frank. So here, introduce me, and I got it. Ready?
Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Gleib. Now you can introduce Bowers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is far too built up for a joke that's not that funny. Please give it up for Chris Browers, everybody.
Worth it.
Totally worth it.
Worth every fucking hair of it.
Brows, baby. Believe in your brows, baby. You got this.
Brow James. All right, coming to the stage right now. He's a paid regular at the Comedy Store. He also was the winner of Roast Battle 2. Give it up for Frank Castillo, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. Feels so cool to be here and just to be able to hang out with you guys. And was a lot of fun just so far, just laughing it up, and I really appreciate you guys. I miss a lot of stuff. I miss getting stoned, like with other people, a lot. It's like, I don't know. I miss sneaking with weed, like flying out of the state with weed the most. Because flying out of Los Angeles, they could give a shit less, Like if they find it in your bag, they don't care at all. They just try to sell you better weed. Especially if it's bad weed. Like, what, are you flying out of here with this? Come on, you're supposed to represent us. In Los Angeles, you can actually fly out with weed and they can give a shit less, but flying back from another state is the problem. And I didn't know that. And I was opening up for someone and I was in North Carolina and I was leaving and I had like 10 vape pens on me and I was putting my stuff in the TSA bin. And the guy's like, "Oh, you're from California? That's so great." He was like, "I love the weed pens out there. They're awesome and stuff." I was like, "Yeah, they're great." And he was like, "Too bad it's a felony here." And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, "Oh, each gram is a felony. So when they catch you, they don't weigh just the like little cartridge. They weigh the battery also. And then it's, yeah." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." And I just started walking through TSA and I'm like, "Man, I really hope they don't find the 10 pens I just put in that bin." Like, nah, man, I'm gonna be fine. There's no way they're gonna fuck with me. And I walk through, and the cop looks at the bin, and then he looks at me and he waves me over. And 4 of the cops come with him, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, is that Pauly Shore right behind you?" And I had been opening up for Pauly Shore that weekend. And I didn't realize that Midwest white people love Pauly Shore. Like, they fucking easy over him. He's like redneck Jesus. It's insane. They like, it's like, "Yeah, that's Pauly Shore." They're like, "Do you think there's any way we could like meet him?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, man." And I was like, "Hey, Pauly, you want to come take a picture with these dudes?" They're like, "Yeah." And they all took a picture. They didn't even look at my fucking bag. I grabbed it and I just walked away. I want to go to jail.
Yes.
It's the only time I ever feel like a drug dealer is when I fly out with other places. Because when you pull out a weed pen in places where it's illegal, they lose their goddamn minds. Like, it's like showing electricity to a person who's never seen electricity. They're just like, "What? It's the magic stick that gets me high? This is amazing." I do miss visiting my family. That is one thing that I miss the most. Like, I got to hang out with my little sister and stuff before like all this shit went down. And like, I got to see her graduate like a year ago. And that was the best because like seeing her graduate was a miracle because my sister's disabled. So seeing her graduate was just like, it was an awesome moment for all of us, And when I got to her graduation, my mom pulled me aside. She was like, "Yo, your sister has a boyfriend." And that terrified me because I've had to protect this kid my whole life. So I'm like, "Yo, whoever the fuck this guy is, I got to beat him up because he's trying to take advantage of my sister." My mom was like, "No, it's fine. She met this kid in class. He's a great dude. His name's Jake, and he's got Down syndrome." And that made me feel relieved because that's someone that she could connect with on a personal level. And it's the only dude I could fucking beat up. My mom was like, "No, you can't beat him up." And I was like, "I'm just playing." She's like, "No, you can't because he's an undefeated high school wrestler." I'm like, wait a minute. You mean like they let this kid win when he wrestles? She was like, "No. This kid fucking wins. He's undefeated and a murderer. He killed the first kid he wrestled." Got very excited. Well, he's not dead. He hugged him so hard there he's brain dead. Anyways, I gave him your number because he really likes your sister and wants to talk to you about it. And he called me, and I was very nervous. And I picked up the phone. And he was like, "Yo!" I was like, "Hey, man, what's up?" Like, "What kind of food do you like?" I was like, "I like pizza." And there's a moment of silence. He was like, "I fucking love pizza." And then he hung up. And we've been best friends ever since. That is. Jake's my homie. I hope he fucks my sister. I really do. Rachel's not laughing. That's fine. I get it. Yeah. I'm just saying, I think she deserves an orgasm, right? I don't think everyone deserves an orgasm.
Yes.
She deserves to like you and. Oh, are you guys ableists? Is that what it is? Better than disabled people because you can come and they, you guys are terrible. People get really uncomfortable when I talk about my sister because I don't know. It's like a real thing. I love her to death. She's like my favorite person, and like people get really uncomfortable, and other people are very excited when I talk about it. Mostly people whose kids have disabilities and stuff because they like that real shit. Like my sister growing up, one of my biggest fears was always like if she was ever going to have friends. I think that's a lot of people's biggest fears, taking care of kids with disabilities, is like if they're ever just going to have friends. And when she graduated high school, she started like this dope program where she has like friends now, and they're like other kids with disabilities, and it's great. And I love them to death. Like one of her best friends is named Hannah, and she's my fucking favorite. And we all hang out, and I love Hannah because she doesn't have a filter, and that kid's fucking hilarious. The first time we ever met, we all went to go get pizza, and I was like, I was not babysitting, I was just taking them all out to the mall and shit. And I got to meet her, and I didn't want to ask what her disability was because that's disrespectful. I didn't want to be like, yo, what's your kink? It's not nice. And we were like hanging out, and I could tell that she could tell what I was thinking. She was just like, oh, I'm not like them. And she was like looking at my sister and her boyfriend. She was like, I'm a crack baby. Let's get some fucking pizza. Ew.
Hell yeah, dude.
Kid is awesome. We were walking, and there's this very ugly lady walking towards us, and she looked at her and she goes, man, that lady's face looks like my uncle's knee. She said that shit clear as day. Like the lady looked at me and her, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, well, I mean, we got to see what her uncle's knee looks like, I'm not going to tell her she's a liar. I like asking my wife if I could see her tits. I'm a disgusting married man. I'm like such a pervert, but I'm a huge pervert when it comes to like my wife. You know what I mean? Like I'll just be like, oh, let me see your tits. She'll be like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, yeah. I'll take out the trash. Like I'm a very simple man. The biggest like problem right now with me and my wife that we're having is she just changed all of her bed sheets to white, and it is a challenge for me because I'm a disgusting human being. I didn't realize how gross I was until she changed the sheets. I was like, I gotta go to the doctor because something's leaking. This isn't good. I could tell I'm very much in my 30s because I took a shit the other day and I just blacked out. Oh, this isn't good. I shouldn't just push and then, you know what I mean, lights out. That's not. I don't think there's ever going to be a Mexican mass shooter. I don't think that'll ever happen.
That's a hard left, Jesus.
I think a Mexican guy would have to work 3 jobs and work really hard just to save up for an AR-15. With all the gadgets and shit, it's really expensive to kill a lot of people very quickly. Some would say it's a privilege. And if there was a Mexican mass shooter, no one would get hit because Mexicans shoot like this. He didn't have one this year, and he only shot 2 people. So, like this. A lot of bullets in that clip. Only 2. Still factually correct. I'm looking at all my notes, and I just realized, like, in quarantine, I'm just a disgusting human being. I just have a one that says, like, I keep finding my wife's hair in my asshole, and I'm bald, so I think she's making fun of me. Like, I don't think it's happened so much that I think she's being a dick about it. I look like I'm flying a plane with these fucking headphones. I beat up a 13-year-old kid for his headphones. I love milkshakes. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done with the exasperated sigh.
Oh, no. I'm gonna keep
we thought that was your closer. We thought that was your closer.
No. So out of shape, and like my living room's so hot, I turned off all the fans for the ambient noise. You know what I mean?
I was gonna ask for tips for you. Yeah, I figured you were like looking at notes and sighing. I was like, oh, he's probably wrapped up.
Yeah, you don't have to say all of the thoughts if they ain't.
It's having so much fun, you know? I was like, where's the time?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the tip jar is open.
Frank Castillo, everybody.
Frank Castillo. The tip jar is open. Just want to relate.
So much fun.
The tip jar is open. I fucking love pizza, and let me tell you, we learned so much from your set. But the most important lesson that we learned is never travel without Pauly Shore. That's the most important lesson.
Real.
Get out of jail free card.
Only in the flyover states.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely hilarious. Wait. The tip thing. Tip jar is open. Laughfromhome.com if you want to PayPal. Venmo at the top right of the screen, or you can super chat on YouTube. Tip now, tip often. Sorry, Chris, what do you got?
Oh, that's okay. Frank, I loved your imitation of an orgasm. Like, I'm not sure if you know.
I don't know how. My wife.
Not trying to imagine what your sister looks like doing it. I guess part of it, but like that was a really terrible impression of an orgasm. But I get the point. Secondly, my parents also were worried I wouldn't have friends growing up.
How right they were.
I know, right? And I love the idea that your sheets look like the floor of a garage. That makes me very
Oh, that's a tag. That's a great fucking tag. Holy shit.
So much.
What am I
rebuilding? The floor of a garage.
Am I rebuilding an engine in my sleep?
I gotta show you my floors. I have to show you my floors.
What's happening?
They don't just look like the floor of a garage. They look like the floor of a garage if you have like a 91 Camaro.
What am I rebuilding transmissions in my sleep? What's happening?
And then the last question is: are the hairs in your ass eyebrow hairs or head hairs? That's
If you were at my house, you wouldn't be able to tell because they're both long.
I just can't believe this show also helps out-of-work comedians. Like, how do we do both of these things at the same time?
Yeah, I can't wait to finally bring home something to my wife. Like, no.
Like a cheesecake.
Even in the pandemic, I'm still useful.
It's just that cheesecake that lady, that little girl looted. It's just that cheesecake.
Yeah. No, Frank's like, look, I got this drill with no battery. I brought you something.
Oh, it has a battery. It's not charged. That's the whole. It has the battery for sure.
Gun, and I'm very upset.
All right, Rachel, what do we got?
Yeah, so we've got quite a few. So Dave Adler started us off, even though he's working, he tipped $5.
Awesome.
Thank you, Dave.
We have Amin Salah, $5. Take my money, Frank. We're all going to hell anyways.
What a great set.
Carmen got adorable eyebrow comments. Then I got listen, Frank, here's a couple bucks.
Wait, Frank, did you hear your set?
Hey, I didn't want to do all. Yeah, I just felt like talking about my sister. You know what I mean?
But there are parts of the show where I have to decide. Okay, that's fun. I need to laugh, but I want to support the comic. But I also don't want to get can't. Am I allowed to laugh at this part? There's parts where I just go ooh. Just as a white dude, I can't laugh at everything, or I'll just kind of in big trouble.
That's kind of my comedy.
Yeah.
I like putting people in weird spots.
Frank's brand is canceling the audience.
Yeah.
You all laughed. You're all racist. You're all canceled. Ha ha ha. And he runs away.
Yeah.
There's like 2 people that are like, I like what you're saying. I'm like, then they coming with me.
Yeah. All right. What else we got, Rach?
Okay, so Dana Z Bunster tip, but hold on, can I please read it first before? Okay, yeah, it's safe. She just said, Frank, I love pizza.
Nice.
We have
I'm so
Hendrik
stoned
€4.
I forgot when I mentioned pizza.
Hendrik €4. Frank, to get a new case for your new iPhone or pizza.
Nice.
Nice.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
That'd be insult if they stole your phone and left your case on the ground. Like, I don't need this piece of shit. Like, oh, fuck you. Really?
People start buying me accessories for Carmen's phone.
Yeah.
Frank, also, I don't have any fact checks for you, but for an extra point, you could show us your boobs.
I don't want to get this demonetized. Right? They demonetize after a B or a C, right? Is that what the rule is?
Show
Yeah.
Come on, Frank, we'll do it together.
I mean, I'll do it if Steve wants me to.
I love the fact that your wife got married and still gets catcalled. Like, she thought that was the safe zone. She thought she was going to get out of this whole bullshit. And he's still like, what up, baby? Give me some of that shake. And you're like,
I ruin romantic moments now. Like, we will hug and, like, it'll be romantic. And then I'll just be like, I want to make a mess down your throat. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But now it's to the point where she rolls with it. She's like, yeah, make it look like I have strep throat. I'm just like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
She's out-youing you. That's what's happening.
By the way, that's
hey,
a
Frank,
soft...
I got a new one for your wife. Tell her you want to make a mess in her like a milk truck hitting a wall. Flash.
And that's why we ask you to reach deep and help comedians who are in need.
Yeah, my wife's like, you need to open back up because I can't keep hanging out with you.
By the way, Ben, it's definitely a great bit, but our audience is just as fucked up as we are, and we all know it. Like, that's
at this point.
Yeah, this is Rachel.
Oh, my unibrow.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. You guys don't want raunchy comedy, but you'll watch porn with us? Come on, dude.
Rachel, one brow to rule them all. All right, what else we got coming in? Let's catch up. We haven't even played the game yet.
I know, right?
We've got Razor $5 for Frank. Is your wife putting her hair in your ass, or are you clapping her hair in your sleep?
She does have long hair. We do sleep in opposite directions. That is interesting.
I mean, we like to mix in
which means that she goes to work and her hair just smells like my ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, we like to bring a good ponderable every once in a while to really make the audience think.
Frank, are you sleep head to foot with your wife? Like
no. Her hair's so long, like
okay.
we sleep back to back sometimes because I toss and turn.
Yeah.
All right. I think what really is happening is she just goes so hard eating your butt that she just gets like she just puts in the work, man.
At this point, it's just me and Carmen throwing the fucking disgusting ball back and forth.
Let's read those tips. What do we got?
Steve's like, let's keep it going.
We have Chris Fleischer, $10 for Frank to get your future brother-in-law some pizza.
Nice.
Oh,
we have Ronald Werner, $10 for Frank. Please make sure your new best friend uses protection.
Wrap it up.
Who's gonna put the condom on?
Frank, you gotta help. You can't say you're pro disabled people if you don't help them out.
That is true.
We have Jessica, $25. Frank, when I was really young, I used to take people on vacation, and there was a Downs boy who ran up to every fat person and shook their belly and said, "Nice big belly."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Actually, he said, nice big belly.
That's actually my OnlyFans.
Give me a kiss.
You have to pay me my belly.
All right, we have Savannah Martin.
Give me a kiss.
987 and said literally I don't even know what to say with this tip. We have Tam in our live audience, $5. Frank, get that shit checked out.
Literally.
Joseph Cruz, $15 for Frank. That's $5 less than Carmen because he was funny and all, but that eyebrow game was weak.
Got penalized for your eyebrows.
Yeah, see how you have like
he got penalized for his eyebrows, which is kind of the whole game, isn't it?
Mine's more like the tale of two brows. You know what I mean? The tale of two brows. It was the best of brow, it was the worst of brow. No, you guys don't like literary reference? It's only the smart you enjoy?
We don't read, dog!
Yeah, my glasses aren't because I read. My glasses are just to hide my brows so that people can concentrate on me as a person. I'm just blocking it.
This is real, Carmen. This is real, Carmen. But I have one book in my house. I showed it last week, but this is real. This is the only book I have in my house. I'm not making this up. That is real. That's how much of a hillbilly I am.
That actually explains a lot about you, Chris. That really makes a lot of sense.
It does.
It's also where he gets the news from, which is.
And by the way, guys, I don't know if you're interested in this, but if any of you are looking for a brow-related threesome, there's a great new app called Three's a Brow, and right on that site, you can find that there.
What a brow-heavy episode.
Plentyofbrows.com.
They call me Brow-a-lot-of-puss in the streets. That's what they call me.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys ever want to find this episode later to show other people, just go to my YouTube page and hit browse.
Oh, God damn it, Steve.
We're just sitting right there, guys. We're just sitting right there. Been holding on to that for an hour. I let any one of you could have had it.
All right, Matthew Plummer, $5. Frank, I'd say you were killing it, but
that's not an insult. That's a reference to the joke about killing someone. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Just making sure.
I got it.
Yeah, Frank forgot what he said. He doesn't watch the show either.
No,
so he doesn't even know what he said.
I was shaking my head at the pun or reference, but I was like, that's so funny.
Just making sure.
Absolutely.
all right. Last thing to read is Technics was too Canadian, said, Ben, Chris Browers was worth every Canadian penny.
Thank you so much. A lot of people don't know he's also from Broward County, Florida.
How long you been sitting on that, Ben? I fuck you. That's so stupid.
That's so
I've been sitting on that one since Steve said browse, and then that's the best I could think of since.
I didn't want a real explanation. It was just kind of rhetorical, but that was.
It's the best I can do. I'm going to take my shot at this moment, right when that question was asked.
Guys, we are browbeating this to death.
Oh, no.
Get out of
You
here.
figure, Steve.
And by the way, I've also figured out that Rachel's background doesn't look like Frank's underwear. It looks like his sheets, apparently, but that's neither. So, are we to the game?
Decided to bet.
To the game?
Almost. So we've got Courtney, 5 Aussie for Ben for all the brow puns.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
And now we're ready for the game.
All right. So, comics, we're going to have a couple that aren't paid. Rachel's going to read a couple of those. We might have some for the audience. Rachel, if you could tell us if those are paid or not when you do the audience people, that'd be good. And then once the paid people, we have to vote on those. So, take it away.
Okay, so I don't know if Taylor is still on, if the audience can hear him, but his was one of my favorites in the chat. If he wants to say his.
Oh, how Stella got her butthole back?
I hate to be a Steve about this, but that is a movie and not
That's
a TV show.
That's a movie.
You say you hate to be a Steve about
Yes,
this?
I hate to be a Hofstetter about this, but That's not actually.
Oh, that
Very
should
funny.
absolutely be
You
in the
Hofstetter?
language. That is exactly what that word means, for sure.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
There are Karens and there are Steves. You know what I mean?
Karen's asked to speak to the manager. Steve calmly explains to the manager why he's wrong.
Completely fucking.
Steve is the manager.
Which is why Steve doesn't have a manager, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. All right, what do we got?
In our live audience, Jess and Tam had paid entries if they want to say theirs. Okay. Jess, go ahead. Jessica.
You know I'm bad at this, but Charles was great. Go ahead, Charles.
What's that?
This is not my husband, Charles. This is my friend, Charles.
Good to
Go
know.
ahead.
How you doing?
Loud, so they can hear
What
you.
is the entry?
What's your
entry?
butthole?
Say it.
Oh, butthole is the new black.
Worth it. Worth the
Hell
wait.
yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got one more.
Okay.
All right.
Game of buttholes.
Or Butthole of Thrones, if you want the alternative version.
Game of
we
Buttholes
can
is
discuss
literally
that.
what we're playing right now. Very meta entry.
Yeah. By the way, I relate a little bit more to orange is the new butthole, but
Dina in our video front row. Dina in our video front row has a paid entry. Dina?
Yeah, it was Buffy the Butthole Slayer.
Nice. That one's rad.
Very
'Cause
nice.
she'd be killing them buttholes. She'd just be killing them. She'd be running that stake right through them and everything.
I also like Butthole the Vampire Slayer as well.
Yes, they're both good.
Tam had a couple paid entries too.
The Butthole Bunch and Happy Butthole.
Happy butthole. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I like that one.
All right, so these are two that I like that are, or I'm sorry, three that are not paid and that I really liked. Greg Murphy, Bill Nye the Butthole Guy.
nice. Also, an accurate one is Bill Nye the Science Butthole.
Teely, inside the actor's butthole.
Oh.
Inside the
Not
buttholes.
paid.
Our actors.
That is where they get their inspiration. That is.
I think that's Kevin Spacey, right? Isn't that Kevin Spacey? Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I have a Kevin Spacey story.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you? Tell us.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, for $10, you can. I was at West Palm Beach opening up for Pauly Shore, and one of the guys that was there, he was an audience member. Someone had made a joke on stage about it, and then like the audience member like told the story, and then afterwards he like told the story again. But the story was he was there to see Colin Jost. That's the guy from Weekend Update, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Kevin Spacey would follow Colin Jost to all of his shows, apparently. Like he would go to all of his shows, and Kevin Spacey would like hit on, because those were his type. He would hit on those dudes in the audience. Apparently, the audience member that was telling the story, Kevin Spacey was trying to blow him after the show, but the guy just didn't know who Kevin Spacey was. Like he was gay and stuff, but he was like, "Nah, I'm not interested." He just didn't know who Kevin Spacey was. So then when the story came out, he was like, "That was the dude that was trying to suck my dick that one night."
I love that he didn't figure that out from like any of the movies or TV shows.
Right? Yeah, it was like, how do you not know how Kevin Spacey is?
I'm just impressed somebody turned down a blowjob from anybody. What the fuck are you talking about? That's
Also, he really should have known when Spacey was like, "Come on, dude, let me blow you." And he's like, "No, no." And then Spacey was like, "I tried my best to make sure." He finally gave me that opportunity.
Yeah, the guy was just like, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Wait."
Yeah.
and
he's like, "This blowjob keeps breaking the fourth wall. It's crazy." All right, what else we got in the game?
So last unpaid was Graham Thomas from Facebook. Whose butthole is it anyway?
What a great
All
game
right.
this is.
So these, there's gonna be too much. So these are gonna be the game entries. So
All
the
right,
first
so pay
one,
attention now, comics.
Frank Notaro, Butthole Gladiators.
Okay.
We've got Hidden Virus, Butthole the Explorer. Ron Gould had two. One of his was inside the actor's butthole. With James lips on. Never mind.
That takes it a whole other level.
That's so good.
What do you want to hear God say when you get to the pearly butthole?
We have Frank Notaro, Law and Butthole, SVU.
Appropriate franchise for that entry.
We've got Jen Winklepleck. She just wrote out butthole 14 times.
I've seen that.
Butthole.
It's Eddie's show. It's Eddie's show.
Butthole.
Well, no, I mean that makes sense.
Butthole.
Yeah, because the
Highlight
the
reel
show. Yeah, the show that she's saying
Riverdale,
is actually
that's Ozark, that's Upload, that's like a lot of different.
That's like 12 buttholes.
It's like that's like, she's just naming all of the single word shows with buttholes. So she's just doing the research. I appreciate that effort.
Yep. Frasier's a good one for that too.
that's actually a show about a butthole and his brother.
Wait, Steve, it's a pretentious butthole and his brother. Pretentious butthole.
Right.
That's a show about a butthole that's a little too tight.
A well-read butthole, if you will.
Yeah.
All this reading you guys keep talking about. I don't know what if I can even say.
And Frasier's dad has one book in his place, and it's Jay Leno's headlines. All right, what else do we have?
Jonathan
Let's get back to the buttholes.
Jonathan S., the Jamie Kennedy butthole. Ming Mercy, the walking butthole.
Nice.
Deanie McQueen, Buffy the Butthole Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh, should we just... Cool. Kara, Butthole is the New Black.
Yeah.
We had Ming Mercy, Butthole Scene Investigation, BSI, Miami.
BSI.
IBS.
IBS Miami.
That's awesome.
That's by the way, that's also that's irritable bowel syndrome. If you guys.
AKA every third show.
Oh shit! Who's
By the
going
way,
back?
I agree with that dog.
All right. We have. Oh, I lost my place. Oh, That Lane Boy, The Last Butthole.
Nice.
Jennifer Covid, Saved by the Butthole.
I like that.
Butthole by the Bell.
That's another good one. Mario Miser had two of them. So for Ben Gleib, Idiot Butthole or Butthole Test.
I recommend the second one every few years once you're over 40. Your butt. Every time I go in for a colonoscopy, the doctor says your butthole test begins now.
Oh, that's funny.
Ming Mercy had a very similar game, the Butthole Test, in honor of Ben.
Nice.
We had Craig Coyle, Grizzly Buttholes. Ronald had 4 entries. He paid for 4. Butthole, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's so many levels. I just laughed again at the next five. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That does Ben there. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it took me a second. That's great. Yeah.
How to Get Away with Butthole.
These are so stupid.
How to butthole away with murder.
Honestly, the best way to get away with butthole, especially if you're flying, is just keep it in your underwear.
Yeah. Make sure Pauly Shore is there.
That's right. Hey, butthole.
The Butthole Academy. And American Butthole Story.
Classic.
The Donald Trump biography.
I think that's Orange is the New Butthole. I think that's the Donald Trump story.
Yes.
The next one, Razor, he asked if he could use the word anus, and I said no, butthole, but he still put in anus and Andy.
I mean, butthole and Andy's still good. He could have went with butthole.
Jan Johnson had a couple. Impractical buttholes.
Good. I like that.
Really, there's only one that's practical. If you have more than that, they're very impractical.
Speak for yourself, Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
She also had Butthole Jokers and Butthole the Explorer.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Also,
Kara,
like Dora the Butthole.
I like Dora the Butthole.
Or
Kara had...
I prefer Dora Butthole Explorer.
God damn it, Ben.
Perfect.
Damn it, that's good.
What happens when you have a pen, Steve? If you have a pen, you can put shit like that together. It's like a math problem.
Just get ready for these, fellas.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I have so many right now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, dude, I got so many too.
By the way, Ben has everything in his house imaginable. He has 2 MacBooks and old vintage ladies and no paper. He's writing on the back of an envelope. He does not own paper. Maybe knows he's writing on the back of an old envelope.
He's green.
And
I love it.
pen made out of a bullet and deer antler.
Wait, Bowers.
But no paper.
Bowers, you can't give someone shit about not being able to write when you don't own a book.
I can write. I just don't read, bro.
Fair enough. You should write something better than that book. Then
I don't care what anybody else has to say. That's why I don't read.
Wait,
It's a
please
very
tell
good
me
point.
what. Please tell me what time of day it is right now.
It's 4:30.
4:30. Highlight reel. Bowers says, "I can read. I can write. I just don't read, bro."
All right, last couple.
All
We've
right.
got Kara, My Little Butthole.
My little butthole,
And what was her entry?
my little butthole.
Yeah, that's just her handle.
Amin Salah, Social Distancing Butthole Club.
I love that entry because he called us a TV show.
Right?
Yes. Also, in that
believes
instance,
in you.
might prefer Social Butthole Social Club.
Yeah.
Well, is that it?
Nope.
Okay.
Elizabeth Ann had two entries. Say yes to the butthole.
Didn't realize that was an option.
And the last one, Elizabeth Ann, The Handmaid's Butthole.
And the butthole's tail.
Or the hand butthole tail.
Sure.
Oh, E-Hole had a last
tells
one.
a story.
We have to read E-Holes. E-Holes is Butthole the Awakening.
Nice.
And now we're good.
And now we're good. All right. So we're going to vote first before we throw our own out. So out of the paid ones, Carmen, what was your favorite one?
Was the in the actor's studio with James Lips, whatever that one. That
Inside
one was
the
my
actor's
favorite.
butthole with James Lips on.
Yes, that one and that and How to Get Away with Butthole.
All right. So which is your favorite?
faves.
What's your favorite? You got to vote on one.
Oh, just one. How to Get Away with Butthole.
All right.
All right, How to Get
what's
Away
your
with
favorite?
Butthole.
That inside the one with the lips on for me really took it to the next
That was
level.
the seller, yeah.
That really sold it for me. So yeah, I have to go with that one.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Rachel.
I have to go with the Lips on one. That was very clever.
Cool. I got to go Say Yes to the Butthole. That came in late, but that one really got me. I really like to Say Yes to the Butthole. It's kind of my philosophy of life. So there you go. Ben.
Is that Embrace the Suck?
Kind of.
Oh.
I think it's those two together.
It's a soft confession for sure.
Say yes to the butthole and embrace the suck is his life philosophy in one.
Yeah. I should change those shirts to have the back say that now.
And the front should say, I don't read, but I can write, bro.
But it should be spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Steve's next video, comedian destroys butthole.
I already did that video twice.
Butthole the Explorer was very good, but I have to go with Inside the Actor's Butthole. Very good.
With James Lipsum, that one?
With James
there's
Lipsum?
There's two different actor ones.
Well, there was one free and there was one paid, so the paid one, yeah.
There's two paid.
They're both paid.
Oh. Then sure, the one with James Lipsum's an extra joke. Why not?
Perfect.
All right. Well, my vote doesn't matter because that one's got 3 already. I was actually going to vote, even though it was submitted twice, I was going to vote for Butthole as the New Black. We started off strong. It was a great way to start the contest. Solid game. So the winner is Inside the Actor's Studio with Inside the Actor's Butthole with James Lips on. Nicely done. Nicely done. That was the little cherry on top. And with that, if you're the winner, email the show at laughfromhome.com and claim your prize. And that said, now let's do an hour of them on our own. Holy shit, this is gonna be.
I'm proposing a thing we do right now. I say we just read them, comics, and Ben and Steve just read them, and we laugh, but we don't do 12 minutes of commentary on each one. Can we do that?
I agree.
We all understand that they all flip-flop back and forth, so unless it's perfect. Anyway, all right, Carmen, what you got?
Honestly, great idea. We're going to limit the commentary in each one to 9 minutes.
Can I get a light? Can I get a 2-minute light? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to just
I
fire
actually
these
think
up,
we should
'cause I
do
got a
this
bunch.
one a little bit differently because we all have so many of these. Let's
Go
take
one at a time.
turns. Let's
All
take
right.
turns.
Yeah, turns. Yeah. Turns.
Okay.
Right,
We'll go
we're
Carmen,
going in
we'll
this
go Carmen.
order.
Go ahead, Steve.
Carmen, Frank, me, Ben, Rachel, or Bowers. Do you have any?
No.
No, I'm good. I did my one earlier.
Okay, so Carmen, Frank, me, and Ben in that order.
Now,
Okay, ready?
Don't add any more. Just the ones you already wrote down, because we could literally think of these for the rest of our lives. I know, but I'm saving 10 minutes right now, Taylor. So here we go.
It's taking you 9 minutes to save us 8 minutes. Sounds good.
Okay.
All in the butthole.
Nice.
Peaky buttholes.
Hallmark Hall of Butthole. Keeping it classic.
Nice.
The classic show with Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser, Mad About Butthole.
I have Buttholes of Anarchy.
Butthole piercer.
The Wonderful Butthole of Disney.
Claire Danes and Mandy Patinkin in Butthole Land.
What we do in the buttholes.
The butthole dance.
The classic weekend show, been on the air for years. Butthole the Press.
I had Meet the Butthole. And I also had The Last Butthole, the Michael Jordan story, but fair enough. If I get a fresh one, it's The Man in the High Butthole.
This is an old classic, Clarissa Buttholes and All.
90-day butthole.
Oh, I had 90 Butthole Fiance.
That poor woman. That poor woman.
Told them a little bit longer.
I'm a sports fan, so I'm going with Monday Night Butthole. That's the one you want to watch.
I'm Anderson Cooper, and I'm Leslie Stahl, and this is 60 Buttholes.
How about the fresh butthole of Bel Air?
American Butthole Story.
I went with American Horror Butthole, but that's also
Yeah. I did butthole. I did butthole horror story.
Yeah.
This is by the way the weirdest game of Boggle, where we're like, oh, I got that one. I'm gonna cross this one off my list. Let's go with daytime television. Buttholes of Our Lives.
Days of Our Buttholes.
Yeah. As the butthole turns.
That was my next one. Damn it! I was gonna call back.
I've got two versions of this one. I'm very torn between, no pun intended, between Butthole Time with Bill Maher or Real Time with Bill Butthole.
I have here we go. Doomsday Buttholes.
Butthole preppers. Oh god.
Yeah, Breaking Butthole.
I had that one. That's
Also,
really good.
Butthole bad.
I didn't have Breaking Butthole. I did have the Unbreakable Kimmy Butthole.
Better Call Butthole.
Nice. All right,
Butthole, call Saul.
It's I had Ice Road Buttholes, really good reality show.
So real. It's so real.
Oh, my turn. I've got My So-Called Butthole.
Ooh, that's a very moody butthole. Very moody. I love it.
Yeah, it is. My butthole's just in love with Jordan Catalano. That's all I got.
Better not dye that butthole hair red. You go get your mama mad. Okay. Boy Meets Buttholes.
Butthole Anatomy.
Yep.
Did we do the big butthole theory yet?
Well, also the butthole bang theory is not bad either.
Or the Big Bang
the Big
Butthole.
Bang Butthole also works.
I am so horny right now.
It's gonna ruin those sheets. You're poor, poor sheets.
When I log off, I'm gonna masturbate so much.
Well, maybe you'll masturbate to the classic American television show, The Dick Van Butthole Show.
How about Married with Buttholes or Buttholes with Children?
SpongeBob Butthole Pants.
I went with Penny Dreadful, City of Buttholes.
I've got Butthole and Recreation.
Damn it, I had that one too.
In Living Buttholes.
Jesus Christ.
I have Butthole Night Live.
All right, two more each. We can't do this for the rest of our lives. Pick your two favorite.
I got
All
one
right.
more. I got one.
I got two.
Damn it, I had three more.
I've got five more.
You haven't gone. Your turn isn't done yet, Steve. So you have three left. Ben, you have three left.
All right, cool. Downton Butthole, which is the story of upstairs and downstairs.
Ben.
Very hard to choose. I've got America's Next Top Butthole.
I have the David Spade classic, Just Butthole Me. Or Butthole Shoot Me if you want to. Butthole Shoot Me.
Butthole Mirror.
It's a very scary show. I have, I mean, reality television has given us so many. I have The Real Buttholes of Orange County.
Yes.
Well, with that one specifically. Buttholes of Jersey could also work.
Late Night with Conan No Butthole.
Mystery Butthole Theater 3000.
Yes.
It's worth
Mystery
3
Science
comics.
Butthole.
Yeah, we just we roast your butthole.
The Wonderful World of Butthole Sports.
And just one of my favorite shows growing up. It was just on all the time. A classic. My final one. Wheel of Butthole. I'd like to buy a vowel. Go ahead.
I've got about 5 or 6 left, so I'll put the rest on my Instagram story as soon as the show's done. You can see them there. But I will end with Butthole Star Galactica.
Damn it, dude! That's so funny that you said, because what I was gonna go with is Star Butthole Deep Space Nine.
I also like Star Trek Deep Space Butthole. But...
All right. Hey, what a fun game. Hey, thanks for being here, everybody. You guys are awesome. Let's say goodbye to the front row. Front row, you were awesome yet again. We thank you so much for being here, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Thanks so much. And then we're going to say bye to our comics. So, Carmen, where do we find you in the world? Where give us your Instagram or all your handles? Or, I know you can't check stuff on your phone anymore until you get to Frank's house and get it back. But
CarmenMorales.com for all of your Carmen Morales needs. Follow me at The Funny Carmen. I do a silly little online show once every 2 weeks if you guys would like to see it. This Saturday, it is at 9 p.m. Eastern. I have Judah Friedlander and Mia Jackson.
Nice.
It's $5 free for medical workers if you guys would like to come.
Very cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Carmen.
Frank, what you got coming up? Where do we find you?
Hey, you can find me at Frank Castillo on Instagram. I have 2 podcasts that I'm doing right now. One called Buddies, where me and my boy talk about everything dealing with weed culture going on today. And Kissing in a Milkshake, which me and my wife, she's got her master's in psychology. She tries to figure out what's wrong with me, and I try to make her laugh. So, yeah, it's a pretty good time. Yeah, check it out. Kissing in a Milkshake and Buddies.
And the tagline for Kitchen and Milkshake is "Show me them tits."
Yeah, show them titties.
Thanks, Frank. You're awesome. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Frank.
Cool. Rach, thanks for keeping us line again. Sorry for all the butthole stuff. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Joseph Cruz tipped Carmen and Frank again, which is great. We had Ron Gould tip again and said HBO's The Butthole I Know Is True, starring Mark Ruff-A-Hole. And then
it's HBO. It's not TV. It's Butthole.
And then Buffalo Bisky said Butthole in the Middle.
And then, oh, Malcolm in the Butthole. Sorry.
Adopt him, please. Please. Yep. He's still available. Yes. Thanks, guys. See ya.
All right. See you, Rach. I'm hosting for Adam Ray tomorrow at the Nowhere Comedy Club, nowherecomedyclub.com. Check that out at Bowers Comedy. Yeah, fun show, guys. Thanks for we're starting to get normal again, and normal as normal can be. But thanks. I had a good time. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, excellent. As for me, I really appreciate it. Everybody was so kind with all the tips. You were kind. A little bit of brown nosing, which relates to both of the themes of this show today. So no, you guys were absolutely wonderful. And if you want to see me live, you can do that. I will be at the Nowhere Comedy Club June 11th with a full headlining set, as well as June 18th, where I'm hosting a director's cut commentary version of Secret Optimist. So you could watch that special with me and Bowers, who was there as well, and Brett Druck, and we talk about it as we watch it. I want to read. Ben, do you want me to end on Dana's tip, reading it out, or you want me to do it now?
Why don't you just go ahead? We already know the surprise.
Yeah, we already know the surprise. It was just very sweet. So Dana Z Bunst tipped $1,000 to the show, said for the Martin Grant in memory of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. So very much thank you for doing that. And obviously, you guys know from the last couple of days that this show stands in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. If you guys want to see me go for trolls. I check out my Instagram. I've reached the "fuck you, Karen" phase of my career. So feel free to join in. It's a whole lot of fun. So thanks, thanks everybody. Ben.
Yes, thank you so very much to Z Bunst. Let me get a quick plug in before I get more serious. Because of the intensity of the week, it's been hard to promote, but I have another improv show, all improvised improv games. Whose Line Is It Anyway style, with me and Greg Proops this Saturday at Nowhere Comedy Club. So please get tickets to that at nowherecomedyclub.com. Bunst, thank you so much for your support. Steve's been doing a ton of that on Instagram. I've been doing a ton of that on Twitter. Just trying to own morons who don't support human rights. And it's just enough of it. Obviously, people who are very stupid. Steve made the point as best as you could. I think people that say all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter, that's like somebody promoting a very important cancer charity and being like, but all diseases matter. Yeah, but we're raising money right now for cancer. Doesn't mean you can't focus on one. And since I'm known for my props, you can see why these things get intense sometimes, because people's lives and their passions and being able to be free is so important in life. Otherwise, you don't have a life you can truly enjoy. So here's a prop that always lives on my desk. Give me liberty or give me death. This is the foundation of our country. So let's support those who are fighting for their liberty with all they got. Much love, you guys. We will see you tomorrow.
What's in the plate?